You are now tuned in to the Why Ooze podcast. I'm your host, Kenny Mofanua.
And lost the boss.
Yes, we are the Why Ooze podcast. Two cousins from American Samoa living out here in the U.S. We've been out here for many centuries. So I guess you can consider us citizens, which we are. But this podcast, if you're new to this channel, subscribe first. Thank you for joining us. And what is this podcast all about? Cuz it's basically, you know what I mean? You always hear white folks, black folks, Asians, Mexicans, Indians, you name it. Well, this is a podcast of Polynesians who have opinions on hot topic that's going on in the US because that's where we're at. And then me and my cousin, man, we just, shooting the breeze, yo. So welcome to the channel. If you like what you hear, comment. Shout out to everybody that comment on our last episode. Lost the Boss was getting attacked by everybody saying that my Oos don't know shit about whatever the hell we was talking about. So it has something to do with like shit. I don't know. Oh, the riots. Well, not it was riot. It was what was going on over there in L.A. They called that it was a protest, right?
That's the year.
Hey, we did say that this is just our own personal opinion. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah, cuz how you been, man?
Just living life one day at a time, bro.
Bro, it's hot out here, Oos.
Yeah, we're here in Nevada, so
Yeah.
well, Reno.
Man. Yep. But before we continue, ladies and gentlemen, man, we want to go ahead and take a time to pause for a little bit. We want to take this opportunity to what do you call that? To tribute. That's what I want to man. Pay tribute.
Yeah.
We want to take pay tribute. The Why Ooze podcast wants to go ahead and pay tribute to one of our fallen hero or something. How do you say it, bro? I don't want to butcher it. You know what I'm saying? Because he is like an icon for us Polynesian folks. For those that don't know, you're going to know. But those that do know, you know. You know what I mean? So the Uso Afa Alu, from Samoa, came out here to the U.S., residents in Salt Lake City, somewhere in Utah, I believe, got gunned down during the peaceful protest. And there was no king. It was at a no king parade, or well, not a parade, but a protest, right? Oops. So for those, that was the hot thing right now for a lot of us Polynesians. Big ups to the Usos, especially for the family, his wife and lovely children who he left behind. We don't wish that on anybody. It just really sucks, cuz when you and your buddies decide to go out there and make a change, a real change in our community, and then you get gunned down, and it wasn't even that bullet wasn't meant for you. So prayers to his wife and his kids. I mean, to me, bro, I personally only known of him through Queen being out there at one of the live that we took out there in Utah. And we had all these beautiful Polynesian princes, representing their states. And then we also had Moana come out there to grace us with her presence and her family. And that's where I actually, where I knew about who Afa was. And yeah, man, that's just, prayers to his family, man. You have anything on that one, bro?
I know he was making it big, man. He got invited to a show out there in Great Britain. That was a big feat.
Buckingham.
Like he made that little outfit, that little photo shoot for the Prime Minister of Samoa. That was pretty sick too.
So yeah, fallen designer, man. You know what? We're not design. I mean, look at the outfit we got on. So obviously that's not our realm, but our heart goes out to y'all, man, for real. Because this brother right here was a father, a friend, a Uso, a son.
Man, too short, man.
Too short. He was a mentor. He was a mentor to all the youth. I believe that the brother also with his partner, his business partner, they have I'm sorry, I don't have it on top of my head, but they like a sewing company, I guess, or teaching that class out there in Utah. to help the youth out, in the fashion industry, man. So he's well known. He participated in the Project TV show, and the young man done a lot for. It just sucks and it seems like he was going places with it too to bring in the Polynesian style, the lifestyle,
Blowing
just
up.
the blowing up, man.
Just couldn't have the peace officer. He happened to catch bullets, man. That was messed up.
Yeah, that right there, man, and it's crazy because we just had this talk on our last episode. Talking about like, man, what if we have like these like instigators coming in there, rain that they call it peacemakers or peacekeepers.
Yeah.
How you gonna call it a peacekeeper when you're the one that ended Alpha's life?
Well, they're shooting at the guy that came out with the AR. That's why. So
I know, but why even identify them as peacekeeper?
well,
As
I
a
heard
peace. What happened?
There are 100 volunteers that help keep the peace, make sure nobody got out of line. But the dude was supposedly like charging the crowd with the rifles.
For real, cuz.
And then poor Alpha happened to be right behind him and caught one of those stray bullets.
Damn. I believe it. One of the things that I seen, I forgot which line, and the guy was obviously somebody that he knows. Allegedly, he shot that bullet went straight to his head.
Really?
But then yeah, I mean, at least the guy was crying while he was testifying and stuff. But then the reports say that he died at the hospital. So we don't know exactly what the truth is, but all we know is that this is a hero of the Polynesian who is well deserved to be uplifted and to be spreading awareness of this man, this icon of Polynesians who was here for fashion, dog, for fashion, bringing it out. And Alpha is part of the group who you see a lot of these outfits out now. It's a hit thing. Everybody want to rock all the tribal outfits and stuff lately. You see that a lot, man.
He was very creative. Just mixing different cultures and blending it into one, bringing out his ideas.
Yeah, man. So, again, prayers. And then they have a GoFundMe page too. So everybody that wants to, help out the wife and his kids, his family members, his loved one has a GoFundMe page. I'll find it later and I'll post it below the link. Post that link below. But anything else on this one right here, brother?
Nah, just gone too soon.
Gone too soon. Yes. The good ones die young.
Exactly. Barely getting his career started. He's already known internationally. That's amazing.
Oh, so what are you talking to me on, bro? Because you're going in and out.
What's that?
I say like I can barely hear you. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, my bad.
Is it connected to your what you connected on?
I got nothing connected right now because everything was failing on me last time.
Oh, gotcha, man. But yeah, cuz man, what's going down, dog? I mean, how's the whole Reno thing going on out there, man? Hey, by the way, folks, July 5th, come through July 5th. Lost the Boss will be out there taking on some interviews and stuff like that. That's our update for today, fellas. He's gonna have his own little tent. Well, not little, but his own stage. Go ahead, Oos. Let our listeners know, man, when it comes to the 775, baby.
Oh, so we're just getting prepared for the concert coming up July 5th. I'll be having a little merchandise booth over there. And we have Queen over there also. So, like, if we have the time, we'll go interview a few of the artists if we can, so get them on board with the podcast and just get their takes on their careers. See how they started up. And, trying to spread the motivation to everybody else who's all in the music also. They want to get into that. But, yeah, so time is crunching. We got 2 weeks now for it. Fully excited for it to pop off over here. Just be the first advertised. They had a lot of polycons. Like, yeah, this is the first one that was actually advertised through Nugget Hotel. So can't wait for that to pop off, man. It's gonna be cracking.
For real, man. Oh man, bro. Work has been a long day, cuz for real. And the heat, man. It's hot as it's the summer, it's summertime, bro. It's hot. I'm just like, yo, this is just not the business, man.
At least you guys got humidity on that side of town. We just got dry heat over here.
Yeah, man. So we're gonna jump into politics, dog. We're both not fans of politics, but we're gonna do our best to cover what we can. I call this segment right here is this is what we know. If you want some research, dang it, go find the damn professional people to tune into that shit. But we're gonna cover what we can cover to be the voice of the Polynesians. Because truthfully, here, let me give you all an example, man. Social media and the media has been blowing up. You got it on all the news, New York Times, all of them, CNN, Fox, you name it, all talking about the president, Donald Trump. This whole argument and all that stuff, dude. One of them is the dude is banning 36 countries, allegedly, right? 36 countries. Some of them islands are Tonga. So we talking about it. How do we feel about it? We're going to cover that. But if you want to know about it, man, now you know. Go look on social media. You'll know what we're talking about. How do we feel about Polynesians, man? For me, I'll be honest with you, bro. I could give two shits. Why? Because life is already hard, man. I mean, bring down the prices of everywhere. Gas is expensive, groceries expensive. I'm just trying to survive. So, am I worried about that? No, because it ain't affecting me. And I'm just being honest. I'm sorry, y'all. I really am. What about you, cuz?
Yeah, I think that's kind of messed up. He put Tonga on that map where the travel ban restrictions. Also, I was like, I don't know what his whole plan is here though. But what I heard recently was now it's a total like 43 countries. You know what I mean? Like they already got like 10 countries they officially banned for coming to the U.S. Of course, Afghanistan is one of them, and Iran's another one. So, and it's I don't know. It seems like me. This guy's causing a bigger scope of segregation. Bro. He's just trying to cut out everybody that's not white. Guess what I'm feeling like? Who knows what he's next thing he's gonna move to Samoa too, bro. And it's like you already put Port Tonga on there. That's messed up.
Well, I mean, if you put Samoa wants to be independent. Yeah, so to me, it's like, okay. For me, I look at it as like this is just my personal opinion. Go ahead and close out these countries because for my past experience where I traveled the world, these international countries they hold their laws. You mess up, you get kicked out, you get fined, you get locked up. We're too soft out here, man. I'm not for Trump, but if this is what it's gonna take for people to like pay their dues in our country to help our economy grow, then unfortunately that's what we're gonna have to do, man. Yes, it's affecting a part of our culture on our people. And maybe I'm being like this because my own family are all here in the US. We are US citizens and this is the country we want to be at. This is the country we claim. So we're all about it. We're just asking everybody else that trying to freeload off of our country to do the right thing, man. So I don't have no attachment to it, brother. I hate to sound like that, man, but that's just me,
Yeah, but like I know you don't got the family, that's in the situation, but I to my daughter and her family. I feel bad for all of them because like everybody trying to say they trying to come to the U.S. to make a better life for themselves, even their home country. But it's just to me, it's like he's just trying to block out everybody. Like he's just causing a big friction, and he's causing a lot of troubles too. Like there's a lot of people that's if you read about it, it's like I saw something and then it was talking about like if you're a permanent resident and you're in the U.S., you can't leave the U.S. But if you're a permanent resident after this ban went into effect and you're out of country, you can't come back to the country. That's messed up. And, you know, people's been living here for 20, 30 years. You know, you got doctors, technicians, specialists. It's like they're over here now. They can't come back because it's Trump's new bill. You know, so it makes no sense. It's like these people are helping our country too. But I can see with the criminals, you know, deport them back when they mess up. But people that are actually out here making an honest living and they got the correct paperwork to stay out here, and then he's just basically booting everybody out and say can't travel here and there. It's like this whole thing is turning to dictatorship, bro. It's like, and that's why that whole No King protest happened, because he's trying to be like Dumont from North Korea and Rasputin from Russia. He's trying to have full control over our country, and that's already a lot of clapback going across the world, like banning U.S. citizens to come there at all. China's working on theirs too, because I know North Korea banned U.S. citizens, Iran banned U.S. citizens. It's just causing a whole lot of drama, bro, that should have never been caused. Especially he's like banning all those countries in Africa. That's messed up. Like the Republic of Congo, they're like one of our big mineral resources for the U.S., and he's banning their people to come to our country. Imagine what the conflict's going to cause over there, and they're going to clap back too eventually. They could cut all their mineral ties to the U.S. You know, the U.S. don't got everything we need here. That's why we got to have good relationships with, you know, foreign countries, so we could keep that trade market going. And that, you know, we need their minerals, they need some stuff from us, and you know, he's just messing it up, bro. He's basically biting the hand that feeds you. You know what I'm saying? It's like he's causing too much drama for the world.
Man, I hear you, dude. I really do. No, I could be naive. I'm probably am being naive and closed minded right now.
Yeah,
I am.
It's like,
yeah. If it ain't affecting my backyard, I could give two smacks about it. That's just me, bro. I'm sorry to sound like that, you know.
Yeah, eventually it will. It's going to catch up to us later. You know? A lot of people are, you know, supporting him. That's what I'm saying. Like, take for instance, like when they had the No Kings protest, on the same day he had his little parade in D.C. for the 50th birthday, and I guess the crowd was, you know, expectancy was like 200,000 people. They spent $48 million on that parade. That's the low amount I heard, but it could have been more. And he only gets up like, what, 10,000 people maybe in the crowd out of the 200,000 they expected. It was like so empty over there in D.C. during that day. It's like you could hear the tanks' wheels creaking on the streets. You know, there was no crowd noise whatsoever. And you ever seen like videos too of Trump sitting on stage looking bored as hell? He's like, "Oh, nobody will come to my birthday party too." And plus, it was his birthday. Supposedly, they said it was a coincidence, but I was like, nah. He was just trying to flex his power. He's trying to be like China and Russia when they have their military parades, and North Korea. It's like so sad that even the Russians were mocking the parade. It's crazy, dude. It's like even the soldiers that are marching in that parade, they act like they never marched in their life. They're out of cadence, and I think that was just a silent protest because they didn't want to be there either. While that was going on, then you had the No Kings protest going across the whole nation with like about 8 million participants compared to his little event. You know, it's like 8 million to 12 million people showed up to protest against him. But you know, a week later he passes this no travel ban. I was like, man. So you know, he's just like a little kid in the office, man, just throwing his tantrums. He's like, oh yeah, y'all want to do this to me? Well, I'll do this. You know.
Yeah, speaking of that parade, I mean, my wife was tuned into it. You know, she's a vet. Shout out to all the vets out there, you know, because that was what the army. It was the army's like birthday, wasn't it?
Birthday,
yeah. So my wife was proud. You know, she was glued in, but of course she was probably more just proud because that was a part of her life, her journey, who made our family the way we are. You know, so as far as that part that you're talking about, she never mentioned that. I wasn't paying attention. I did hear the parade because I was on my end on the wire. Ooh, you know, posting, editing, doing what I do in the lab, bro. And
Yeah.
again, it's hard for me to put anything on this topic because I could give two shits about it. Oos, I'm just keeping it real, fam. You know what I'm saying? Oos? It's like, how does an islander feel about it? She, you go to the islanders page, anything on social media. I don't see no politics on there. Just, I mean, I do. I take that back. There are a few of us that does talk politics, talks about covering the current state of what's going on. But majority of our damn Polynesian people, they just trying to one day at a time. And while we're working and dealing with this life that we deal with, we might as well just woosah and just do your thing. That's where I'm at with that one, bro. For real.
Yeah. But eventually it'll come back to infect us in some kind of way, you know. So,
I know exactly, and I'm gonna contradict myself. Yes, when it does hit me, man, I'll be ready for it. I mean, yeah, it'll probably be too late, but at least I hope it don't. I just don't. I hope it don't. You know what I'm saying? But at the meantime, because I'm in a different mind space right now. What do I mean by that, folks? We got our podcast. We're learning this journey. We're not trying to be just like these other hot podcasters. No, we're doing our own stuff. We're being our own unique way, you know. And I guess because I'm so busy focusing on our podcast, there's so much things to learn in this field. Because not one, we're just recording. It doesn't. Nobody knows and sees the work behind the scene of editing, chopping it down, figuring out some things called thumbnail, then the right words. I'm so busy focusing on that, trying to get followers, gain our followers, and get attraction without paying any buck for it, because that's another topic. So all these damn platforms all figure it out, like they want to make more money, so they want us to pay to boost our content that we're putting out there. So that's the struggle that I'm going through right now. And I think because I'm so consumed in the YOOS podcast and what we do when it comes to topic, as far as when it comes to Donald Trump, what's going on in America, yes, does it matter? It does matter. But at the moment for Kenny Mofanua, I'm still trying to get us to that 10,000, 20,000, 30,000 followers. You know what I'm saying, bro? And that's where I'm at, Oos. But I want to hear your take, though, man. What are you talking about? His birthday, Donald Trump's birthday. It was what, I know you said, yeah, a lot of people didn't show up. He looked like he was a sad baby, like a putz. What's going on, yo?
That's what the whole protest was for, man. The No Kings showing that majority of Americans don't like dads, bro. So, he's a big baby. He throws tantrums. He was posting all over social media, talking this smack. It's like, I just think he need to get out of office already. That's my opinion, bro. It's like he's like too immature, old as hell, but still young and stupid.
Dang. What else do we got here? Let's see. Because that was a good one right there, man. So we talked about how we're still waiting, or what Queen just sent us something on the news. What was going on to that one? That Donald Trump went ahead and
we just went to war with Iran.
So we went to war with Iran. That's the one that's in the war with Israel right now, right?
I believe so.
Okay, so obviously 2 weeks. He straight. Instead of waiting 2 weeks, he went ahead and just allegedly went ahead and said, "We're going to war." Exactly. That's the news right now, man. Which is so crazy. I listen to other folks watching. Well, not listen to them. I don't care what they say, but I do want to hear what they are opinions on, and just go about it, right? There's been some folks that are on the left saying, you know what? We're talking about this topic because it's also based off of faith. Now, we all know in America, Christianity is majority of America. That's what it is. So in the biblical time, and those that are religious, they believe in this Israel is the promised land. Now, some folks on the left is saying Christians are getting blinded by this because that's not the actual Israel that the Bible is actually proclaiming. And there's been like Tucker, what's his name? Tucker dang it, forgot the damn dude's name. The reporter, Tucker Carlson, I think that's his name, had one of the senators, and he's all about like, yeah, I'm pro-Israel. And he said, well, why are you pro-Israel? You're fighting about something. And then he's like, well, if you're so into it, how many people lives in Iran, I guess, or even Israel? And the senator didn't even know the number. He's like, well, for somebody that's all pro this, you should know, like, the people you're representing, you should know the data behind it and give us a reason why you're actually pro whoever you are, instead of being like, I'm just pro and that's it because I'm a Christian and it's the right thing to do. You know?
Yeah.
So that's the thing where I'm at right now, though, too, bro, when it comes to this whole talk. Because of obviously, unfortunately, Donald Trump is the same way too. Claims to be Christian, want to represent that, but really haven't studied the Bible to see, like, yo, when we're talking about like, oh, this is all God's purpose, the history shows that all religion, especially the Catholic Church, is a reason why a lot of death happen, kills. Well, any religion is a reason why a lot of people get murked. You see what I'm saying? Now we want to go ahead and he wants to go ahead and sign off with this damn thing where we're going to have innocent soldiers go out there and defend our country, which I hope that our soldiers who are listening, they go and put a stop to that too. You know, so it's going to be interesting to see how the soldiers are going to react on it. Are they going to follow orders like we used to in our age? Or because of social media and everybody's aware of what's going on, and they know their rights, just because you sworn into the service saying, yeah, I swear to, listen, to what is it? What do y'all say, bro? Like, I swear to, like, go by, even like the head chief, which is the president, and all whatever the orders is, and go by it. You get what I mean, bro? You know where I'm going at with those?
Yeah, the little oath we had to do.
The little oath. Yeah, well, we're not trying to say little oath. We're not trying to disrespect our coach or our country. Nah, my point is, this generation, or right now, 2025, a lot of our folks are actually standing up and being like, nah, who's going to war? I ain't going to war. You can go to war. Like, yeah, I know I signed up to be in the service, but also I have the right to refuse whatever you want. Take me to jail if you have to, so it's going to be interesting to see what goes on, bro. Like, are our troops really going to go by it, or are they going to, a lot of them is going to be aware to, like, we're going to, like, put a strike, or what do they call, go on strike or something, like they refuse to carry a weapon, to go out there. What's your take on it, bro?
Yeah, it's true. It's like there's a lot of rebellion going on right now with Trump. I don't know if the personnel themselves will do it, but that'd be a big shocker if they do. They refuse to get deployed. Like,
imagine even the lieutenants and all of them and the captains be like, this is not our war.
Yeah.
I don't care that you're the president. Freedom of speech. Or we're going to exercise our rights. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
If the LGBTQ community can join the military, and then all of a sudden this, what we're so used to seeing and know what army and military is all about, and change the laws for them, what makes you think our soldiers ain't going to be smart enough or wise enough to be like, let's have a rain check on this. Let's revisit this topic, this conversation of us getting deployed.
Yeah.
I mean,
the leaders of the militaries all get together. It's like, I put their foot there. Like,
some of the militaries, a lot of them, and majority of them are like that. They're that aware of, like, what's going on in the current state. Like, we are not going to go fight a war just for some rich, lazy, spoiled ass, got his feelings hurt, his ego hurt, and to go fight for your war. Now, history shows, books has been telling the same story over and over again. If our folks are not aware of that, World War III is going to happen. But I don't see that happening, folks. I don't. Because a lot of social media, everybody in our time when we grew up, bro, whatever the news said back then, our parents used to listen to it. Remember?
Yeah.
Remember Jimmy Swagger, the Christian dude on the damn TV?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So my mom and all of them was all about that. Jimmy Swagger, he never done no wrong. Oh, the motherfucker over there with, like, what was his name? Prostitute and stuff, and that's why he got whatever happened to that. But my point is, our age is we're a different beast now. We are aware, and we will be like, wait, you want me to do what? You want me to go where? For what? You see what I'm saying, dude? That's all I'm saying, cuz.
Yeah, the younger generation than us is always the why. Like this podcast, why?
Why? Ooze?
I
Like
like
why? Why go to war with Iran? Didn't Israel is the one that's triggered and bombed them first? Shot the fire first? Like, why?
fuck with everybody, man. It's like
bro, but here, okay, let's just go back to this topic, right? Are you pro Israel? Do you like what I just talked about? Because that's my understanding. That's why America is so big on protecting Israel because of the Christianity belief. Me and my brothers used to be like, when we were in high school, bro, back in the 90s, we were like, man, we know Jesus is going to come when when the whole world's going to attack Israel.
yeah.
Well, I'm 43 years old now, bro. I got a different mindset than what I had in the 90s. And I'm telling you, for me alone, I don't believe that Israel that's over there is the promised land that's in the James, King James book. That's just me, so.
Well, we don't know because it's all in the books, you know what I'm saying? It's like everybody changes history. Like,
yeah.
So we don't know the whole truth.
The truth shall set you free. But of course, when you got these rich folks controlling the narrative, the banks controlling the narrative, who we gonna listen to, man? We're gonna go with what we can go to help us survive where we're at right now, But that is what it is for me, cuz.
That's just crazy.
It is crazy. My heart goes out to them, man, for real. It's like all that shenanigan going on. It's like, bruh, you gonna go ahead and get mad and ban. Okay, I get going back to what you were saying about like the 36, now it's 40 something countries that supposedly Donald Trump wants to ban. I'm going to say the word wants to ban. Probably ain't going to happen. TikTok's still in America. Yeah. Probably the same shit's going to happen with this. That's all I'm saying, bro. So what am I saying? What am I really saying, Usos? I'm saying do not always believe the narrative and stuff on the news. What else did we say we was going to talk about, cuz? I'm looking through the channel right here. You know what I'm saying? Make sure we capture everything that we capture. But that's the voice of Why-Oos, guys and ladies, people. That's the voice of Why-Oos right there, man. When it comes to Polynesians, how do we feel about this political stuff? We feel like that the big dogs. Well, I'll speak for myself. The boss, let me know if you feel the same way. But I say, fuck them. When I mean fuck them, I mean the big dogs. Trump and everybody that's trying to run our country. They never been around me and stuff and took care of my family. You know what I'm saying? Took me and my wife to hold it down to where we're at to get to a middle class, which I don't even think we're even middle class anymore, cuz I'm probably lower class now with the damn rates and everything going up, for real, Luz.
Exactly. Yeah, me, I really don't give two shits about the presidency. Like, just like how you say, I worry about what happens within our circle, with our, our family, our family, friends and all that hang around us. Just worry about what's happening in our life,
So let's talk about what's happening in the Why-Oos, man, our own community, bro. What's really going down? We covered. That's the hot topic. That's what's trending on social media. To each his own. Let us know what you feel about what we just said. Are you for it or against it? We would like to be. And if you want to educate Kenny Mofanua, I invite you to come on our platform so we can talk about it. Educate us. But I tell you one thing, man. I'm non-biased. I'm going to hear you out and let the audience go ahead and talk to them on, because that's all we're doing, man. Just to spark a conversation. You know what I'm saying, cuz?
Exactly.
Hey, you see the one where Sarah? Ace, man, shout out to Ace Top House Out, bro. I like the one he brought up, man. What are one of, because we all grew up in American Samoa, man. He was naming all these places, man. All the hot spots, the restaurant, A&A's pizzas and stuff like that, man. What's one of them good shit that you remember, Oos?
Shit, the airport. I was like the nightclub in American Samoa. Everybody go dressed up, go in the parking lot, just hang out, see who comes in from the States. I thought it was funny at first, but then I start getting the hang of it and start going to the airports.
People don't understand the atmosphere, the excitement, the entertainment that happens at American Samoa Airport. They do not understand, cannot fathom how hot, and that was the spot. I don't know if it's still current right now, but damn, you right about that, bro. The airport was the hot spot. For real.
We used to get dressed up for that. It was actually go shower and look all, clean, try to pick out our fits. So we go all, just flossing at the airport, just chilling over there. And next thing you know, everybody from the high school's there. Even the college people were there. You know what I'm saying? It's like everybody and their mom went there. That was like the hangout spot.
Yeah, man, that's where you find love. That's where you find anything. That's where puberty hits too. And that's where you get your ass laid out too. From that's where you get beat up from too.
Yeah.
Where you become a man, bro. That's where also, that was a highlight area, man. That was before TikTok and everything hit. Man, American Samoa's airport was the spot. That was a highlight, bro. I seen somebody get laid out. Then I seen somebody get jumped. You see it all. Everything happened at the airport, bro. Mondays, Fridays. And then when summer hits, it was 3 times out of the week. I don't know how it is now, bro. I've been gone since '99, so I don't know if it's still cracking like that.
That was just like the nightlife over there for the young ones. Go to the airport and see who's coming in. Or if you're trying to catch somebody that you wanted to fight, but you didn't see him in school, you catch him out there.
Yeah, instead of that girl from Dr. Phil, catch me outside, in Samoa, we really like catch me at the airport. Yeah, man, that was drinking. You can drink over there, smoke weed over there, sell drugs. I remember like the Pongo folks would come out there like, I ain't even going to front, bro. So, because we went to Kafunga High. Shout out to the Warriors, man. So, of course, that's where our high school where we went to, ladies and gentlemen, that's where the airport was at too. So, but at my time, bro, the ones that have money were the folks from Pango Pango, from the capital city. And I'm only saying that because them cats came up with rental cars. Yeah, we didn't have no cars, y'all. So don't be bashing on us, man. But when I see folks drive over with rental cars and we're in high school, man, that's big things over there, man. That was big timer, man. They come out with the rental cars. I'm just like, damn, these guys got money. And then that's where the weed came from, majority of it, So shout out to my Usos from Pango Pango. I didn't like y'all back then when I was in high school, but now, man, we all friends. We are all family. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the last time I was in Samoa, I think Crystal Burgers was in the airport.
What's Crystal Burger was at the airport, huh?
Yep. They changed it like 3 times since I've been in Samoa. It used to be a little restaurant. Then last time before I left was Crystal Burgers.
Man, but you ain't lying about that, man. I only experienced it one time because that one time is we went to Samoa and we never went back until I was in high school and graduated. But I just remember walking out from the gate and everybody, you're like a celebrity, man. Everybody's there to see you,
Everybody's
that right there was
kicks. They were like, "Ooh, look at them shoes. I hope they leave them on the front porch so I can steal them."
Damn.
Yeah, remember you couldn't even hang your clothes out there in Samoa, man. That shit ended up missing.
Yeah, you see a village guy walking down with your underwear and stuff, or wearing your shirt, and you're like, "Hey, man, that's my shirt," and they swear up and down the ain't, bro. Poker face, oos.
Yeah, at the night, it's mine. Wearing a nice collar shirt with the lava and stuff. Like, nah, I don't know what you're talking about, bro.
Cause, but yeah, man, American Samoa. You know what? If like Las the Boss is talking about how Donald Trump is banning all these places, you think American Samoa is going to be affected? Hell no, man. We're U.S. territory. Hey, but it is,
bro. He could take it away. You know what I'm saying? He might.
But why, Oos? Why, Oos?
Why?
I can see him doing that to Samoa, Upolu, but I don't know about American Samoa. That's a U.S. territory, bro. That's gonna be like a little bit more. It's kind of hard for me to see why how that would happen, especially when American Samoa is percentage wise, recruiting. We serve our countries and stuff like that. So I see a lot of the vets, their brothers and sisters that will be in arms with them to fight for our island. I, that's why I have a hard time believing that American Samoa is going to be affected by this. Now, Upolu, Gonga, Fiki, all of them, I see them getting affected by it because the only thing I understand is those that are getting banned, and why a lot of African places getting banned, because a lot of things has to do with the whole, I don't know if it's AI, but the whole technology stuff. Something about where our government cannot get or read your social security or be able to identify you. That is just one of the solutions that Donald Trump's party decided to do. Well, if these countries or islands don't have data to where our whoever the defense department, Tulsi Gabbard and them defense partner area are able to intelligence able to like, all right, we can see who this person is, who this person, and stop them from coming into our country and eating up our tax money and everything else. I see that's why he's banning these particular certain countries, bro. I heard it too. I see it and I read it. They're like, well, how come they ain't banning all these places like China, Asia? Well, because they have technology. They can easily be found. Just like how TikTok steals all our stuff, America's doing the same thing, man. Lost the ball. So you there, Oos?
You hear me now?
What happened? You couldn't hear me?
Nah, it said something activating. This may take time. You like cut me out.
Oh, but you didn't hear me at all?
I heard you. Then you cut off, and then you was calling for me. So.
Oh yeah. What was the last thing you heard about, bro?
You was just talking about Trump and hold up. Oh, what did you just say? I know you was talking about something about Trump.
I was just saying, like, about the how we're talking about the islands that might be cut off from coming in, banned,
Oh, yeah.
not cut off, banned, right? And I'm saying the reason why American Samoa, I don't see it happening to our island because we are a U.S. territory, and I see a lot of the veterans and current active soldiers, their brothers and sisters who are white, black, Hispanic, Asian, you name all race of this world that are U.S. citizens and are serving. They're going to be in arms with their fellow brothers and sisters of American Samoa soldiers and fight for that. Like, nah, this ain't going to happen because that's already happening, bro. There's already a lot of other different race that are not Polynesians who fight for our American Samoa because we're a U.S. territory. So big ups to all y'all. You know what I'm saying? And then again, I hate to sound like that, y'all, but if it affects you, especially an island like Tonga or even Upolu, which is Samoa, you guys want to be independent. So you can't have both sides of the whatever you want to call it. It's either you got to give something like American Samoa has. Our founding fathers, our chiefs decided to like, okay, go, we want to be with America. This is what we asked for. And America's been good to us. They honored that. Our country, our government, is it corrupt? What country government ain't? You see what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying, bro. All I know is that a lot of our American Samoa residents or nationals who come to America live a great life. How far you want to go in this life, our people have elevated. You see what I'm saying? We have it good. That's my take on it, bro. That's my take on it, Oos.
Yeah, but the whole purpose of this ban is supposedly security precaution.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's where I got cut off. It's a security precaution because all these other small countries and islands in like Africa, a lot of them don't have the database. They don't have the infrastructure and technology where our Department of Defense, our intelligence are able to at least identify these different race of people who will come in. They can't find them because they're not on the database. That's the reason why that's the whole ban, at least from my understanding.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because according to U.S. standards, they're not vetted very well before they leave their country.
Exactly. So you can't eat. You can't just like what do they call it? Milk and the cookies, whatever the terminology is. You can't have both worlds, best of both worlds. You can't. You know, the reason why American Samoa is benefiting from a U.S. is because we're we're part of the U.S. national. We also a lot of our people has joined the service, and we're still joining the military service. I'm a big advocate for like join the military. It's a good move for us Samoans. A matter of fact, I've heard other podcasts. Shout out to the Behind Lava Lava. Shout out to Western Conference because we were Behind the Lava Lava is a great podcast for all the vets. Those that are Polynesian, those that are not Polynesian would like to know about us. Tune into the Behind the Lava Lava. These brothers right here are vets from the Marines, from my understanding. Allegedly, majority of them are brothers from the Marines who happen to play Black Ops like me and my cousin Lost and our family members did, but they went ahead and started a podcast. Me and my cousins, we all talked about a fucking podcast, but why Oos himself is the only one that ended up starting it with Queen. You know what I'm saying? So Lost the Boss is on. We could have done the same thing 10 years ago, cuz that's all I'm saying when it comes to the podcast. But these brothers, that's what they do, bro. Check them out too, Rose. They're all about you, bro. Vets. That's what Behind Lava Lava is, man. And they always hold like an event on November, and it's free for veterans. So you should go out there, Lost the Boss, Utah, man, and represent Y Oos and go, break bread with these Usos out there, man. They're doing. My hat goes off to these Usos, Michael Tan, and all of them, man, because they really are. They basically just their target audience are vets to help
Yeah.
y'all. Tune into them, Lost. I'm telling you, bro. They will get you going, bro.
First time hearing that podcast.
Yeah. I'm gonna put you through on it. And Michael Tan, man, when you hear this, brother, man, I want you to come on, bro, because I want to break bread with you on this podcast, brother, and we just talk about it because you, from a podcaster to another podcaster, you know the grind, bro. This shit is hard. Well, it ain't hard. I just enjoy this, bro. It's hard getting the followers, though. That's what's hard. That's what's hard, Oos. Because Oos, you know what? I have. Okay, even our own family members. Shout out to all of them. They want me to act like Kenny Mack. Well, certain of my cousins want me to be like Kenny, be the Kenny that I know. Oos, you know what I'm saying? You so swag. You know what I mean? You're the best looking cousin. You know what I'm saying? Don't hate, Lost the Boss. And I'm like, Oos, man, I don't want to bring that up, bro. Let me just be a humble pie, a humble man. You know what I mean? Represent, but it is what it is, Oos.
He's like very.
It's like, shut up, you Mulikaya.
Like to come. That's good, man. Good up.
No, but like some of the viewers want me to do like they want me to be like the act the fool on there, bro. And I'm just like, nah, I ain't trying to go viral for that to act the fool, bro. I'm grown, Oos. And there's nothing wrong with me being me, Yes, I know that you gotta sell yourself or whatever to entertain folks, but I'm in the business of information, being resourceful to our Polynesian, and for anybody that wants to get some information about these kind of stuff, because there's a lot of stuff I do know about, man. Me and Quinn was talking about Lost the Boss about AI.
Yeah.
Anybody have questions about AI, man? Your boy knows a lot about AI. Matter of fact, like I told everybody before, this is what AI is all about, man. I'll build this,
Exactly.
Enough about me, cuz. What about you, bro? I'm rambling on, bro. I told you we're gonna change it up,
Nah, I'm man. I'm the new booty on here. Just I get used to this podcast and stuff. And
okay.
like study your facts before you talk about a topic, so you don't look stupid. You know what I mean?
Man, you know what? To everybody that talk shit, man, fuck you. First of all, you know what I'm saying? I'm just like, hey, my cousin lost. He's speaking facts. He's speaking from the heart. He's just speaking his mind, yo. This is what it's all about, man. For real.
It's like, man, just send me some hearts or flowers, so I can feel better. Nah, but you know, that's like everybody got an opinion. Like, say what you say what you want to say. That's all. But it don't bother me much.
Bro, but you know what happened? You know what happened? Cause like, you know what I noticed about you? Cause you know, me and Lost the Boss, man, we haven't talked for a while. We've been busy. We've been living our life, married, children, just doing our thing, man. Bro, you used to be like the man of like comebacks, like just like clapping, teasing people, capping on people. Who's
Yeah.
like, you slow down, fam? Like, what's the jizz? I mean, what's
All right,
going down? What happened?
as you got older, just not the same asshole I was when I was younger.
So you believe in? Do you believe that you know people can change?
They don't change unless it has to come back out. Everybody still got that in the back of their mind, but I just think I get more mature and like not the clown like I used to. So more laid back now, a lot more laid back.
Do you think you were just clowning just to get attention, like, but you didn't realize that you wanted that kind of attention?
Well, who knows? Maybe I don't know. I just clown because it made me feel laugh at people. So
Gotcha.
it's just like it made me feel good, but the other people that was receiving the other end, sometimes they get booty hurt, or I like it when they clap too, so it makes it more interesting.
Yeah, man.
Because that's how our family is. We're always clowning on each other.
Yeah, everybody clown, but everybody get butt hurt too, bro. Feelings get hurt, Oos.
Like I laugh. I was like, hey, I like that coming.
Shoot, I suck at it, cuz. Like, remember when you guys used to tease me too, man? I just had no comeback. I was like, all right, one day I'll get you back one day. But right now, my vocabulary is not at the state. It's not at that level, yo. I just didn't have the words. I can't fathom any kind of words to like slap back, or clap back, whatever you call it, man.
Oh yeah, but it just makes it fun, if somebody could keep giving it to you, and then like sometimes you get humble too, like, all right, man, my bad, you win that round. I was like, I'm good. I was like, I got nothing to say. That's all, I just learned not to get booty here, so that's why I can take like criticism, whatever. It's like you can tell me, I'll listen, and then learn from that. And that's how you learn in clowning too. You listen to their clap, and then you just figure out something, to retaliate next time. Just brainstorming, man. Like get all these clownings. Like you learn from everybody.
Hey, man, I'm gonna ask you a serious question right now, cuz let's go ahead and try to dissect this, man. I have a real serious conversation about this, cuz why you think because of our first cousins, we all grew up together. We even made a song, We Some Usos, off of Little L. You know what I'm saying?
I remember that.
And then I remember somebody brought up the idea of having a podcast. This is back in like 2019. I remember that because I came from South Korea in 2019. Then I heard that we had a podcast and it didn't last. So now that I started a podcast, why are these fools ain't showing up? What's going on?
Yeah, because wasn't it your brother and Toss and them that brought up the idea?
I wasn't gonna put it on there, but yeah, you're right, man. What's up, Toss? What's up, Lot? You know what I'm saying? Like, what happened to all the fanboys supposed to get on here and let's just, shoot the breeze and talk, Nothing.
Kids are
You guys are nothing, yo.
Oh, shit. Hey, hopefully you spark fire to come up here because you calling them out.
See, the thing is, when people tune in and they understand about the Wyatt Oos and his family, his first cousins, we all will talk our shit, but love is love, man. We love hard, bro. Like, you want to see a family that stays together? That's the Molinga family, man. The Molinga line, bro. For real. Saenga specifically. Saenga Falcon clan. Yeah, man.
But that's all family life, man. Everybody like just clowning. Like even though if you haven't seen each other years, like you see like say you haven't seen a family member like what 5-7 years. And you guys act like you just saw each other yesterday. You know, just start conversating, reminiscing. You know,
Yeah, you're talking to the devil right now. That's me and you. You see what I'm saying? We'll link up, bro. We won't see each other or anything like that, and it's like all love. It's all love, man.
You know how we used to do it still. You know, it's just automatic. You know, it's like riding a bike.
Automatic, super static. For real, man. But yeah, man, shout out to our boys, man. Shout out to Alkin. He's got that dart tournament going down over there in Seattle. You know, shout out to El Banger, Fua, the Trills, you know, Gene. Shout out to Lot, you know, Tua, Una, Tasi. There's so many of us. Alo, shoot. Boo Boo out there in Hawaii, young Boo Boo. We're going to Tennessee, by the way, man. It's an announcement to the First Cousins. Boy trip. Tennessee, 49ers, supposed to be hitting Tennessee, bro. We're going to go to that game.
Ooh, Nashville.
Nashville, son. Nashville. Get ready for it, cuz.
Oh, what's the month?
I don't know. We just got to look at it, you know. So now, speaking of that, we are now tuning into sports, baby. How's our Niners doing, cuz? What's the update with the Niners, man?
Oh, Niners, I don't. What the recent transaction? They just signed that Bryce Huff guy. They traded with the Eagles for him, and he was an ex-DN that worked under Stella when he was a New York Jets coach. So
okay.
Nick Bosa got another, extra little help on the line. So that makes it good. So hopefully this line improves this year. And then we got Game 7 coming up for the NBA Finals tomorrow. That's gonna be a nice one. OKC's supposedly favored to win, but Indiana Pacers been pushing them back. You know what I'm saying? Like, we ain't going yet. I was like, they got blown out a couple games, but they still, won the game 5 and 6, I believe.
Well, you know what? When it comes to sports, bro, the only one that matters to me is Caitlin Clark and the women's, bro. The women's basketball. That stuff is on my feed. I need to go into YouTube and figure out how to reset this damn feed because I just see Caitlin Clark haters. All of the women, even the whole damn shebang, bro. I'm just like, I am tired of seeing this. Can't you just let this white girl be the face of them and just move on? For real.
Grown basketball. Like Michael Jordan did when he got his own line of basketballs released. And she just got her own line of basketballs released. And that's a big compliment,
Well, for me, bro, on this topic right here, when it comes to Caitlin Clark, this is what I'm going to say. Because I was thinking long and hard about it, like, we should talk about it. But I'm going to be honest, man, I'm married to a beautiful woman. Shout out to my beautiful wife, Sonia. And what I do realize, Sonia has beautiful sisters. And they are all strong-minded. What I've learned in my time, ladies and gentlemen, it's best to let the women's be. Do not judge them of how they want to run their show. So I'm just going to leave it at that, because you women basketball, you do your thing, man, whatever y'all do, man. But shout out to Pau Pau, shout out to Elisa Pisa, to all the Homo girls out there in the WNBA doing their thing, man. That's how the Y Oos feels about this topic, Oos. For real. For real, because I'm like, you know what? Speaking of sports, right? Since we're on the topic of sports, oh man, is one of our nephew or nieces gonna make it to the pros so we can feel it? So your uncles can go over here like, hey, yeah, on a draft day. Are we ever gonna hear a Molingo one getting?
Hopefully someday.
For real, a Molingo, a Mofanua, freaking a top, Tafa Sao. Who else we got, man? The Fight Tualas. Like, come on, somebody.
Yeah, you got the Otawafi.
The Otawafis, the Leatawas. Come on, somebody. Nieces and nephews. Shoot.
Well,
we couldn't do it.
They're going to come up. The ones that are playing sports now that, are the 13 and under ones.
Yeah, the Westernlands. You got to represent all the fam, man. It's just like, I mean, but at least your mom's side of the family did it, like Peyton Siva. Shout out to Peyton Siva, who's a coach now,
Yeah.
Well, but we need like our inner circle though.
Yeah. But yeah, one day, Uso, just be patient and wait.
One day, one day, one day. Hey, you know what though, Uso? You know when your son went out there, man, not to doing his thing, bro. When I was blowing it up, I was so proud of him. MMA, man. Then I found out that the young buck lost. I'm like, damn.
Hey, my boy, man, I told him, I was like, why you look hella fat in your fight? He had a beer belly and everything. He said, oh, I was a trainer, I was just drinking. It was like something. But hey, when he went back, man, he knocked out all his opponents he fought after that.
Man, speaking of your son, we got to get your son on the podcast, bro, so he can put us old heads on some education, educate us on what's going on with that kind of sports, man. Because whoever thought that a Samoan would be doing mixed martial art or even boxing? I mean, boxing, yeah, David Tua and everybody else, but your son is doing some things that are like, okay, I see my Usu Marcus and them doing it, out in Portland, Oregon.
Oh, yeah, you gotta get my boy on here, see what he got to say,
Yeah, for real, cuz that's all I got, family. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm trying to think of like what other topics, because I know some of the fans were like, hey man, talk about the polys. You know why I don't want to cover the polys? Because I don't have anything to cover about the polys because I'm in Kentucky. And in Kentucky, man, it's in the South, baby. So
I'll keep them updated after the concert, see what's up with that. The turnout, the vibes.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, when you come by to the 775 out there in Reno, Nevada, man, don't forget to stop by the Y-Ooze tent. Are you going to call it the Y-Ooze tent or are you just going to call it Lost the Boss?
I didn't even put a name for that yet. So.
Oh, well, call it the Y-Ooze. I know Queen's going to take care of that. Anyways, don't forget to stop at the Y-Ooze tent. You know what I'm saying? We're going to have a masseuse over there. So if you need your... if you find yourself that, you know what I'm saying, your ankles or your back is hurting, your shoulders are hurting, or your legs hurting.
Oh, it's just a back massage. Because it's a... so.
Oh, it's an Asian. Is it an Asian massage or is it just like a what kind of race are we talking about here when it comes to massages?
Swedish and deep tissue.
Deep tissue. What is she?
Tongan.
Oh man, for those that never had a tahini massage, but I'm telling y'all need to go check it out. She's got the hands of God, the strength of Hercules that will go ahead and straighten everything out of your back, y'all, for real. Check her out. It's like a Swedish massage, huh?
Yeah, she does both deep tissue, Swedish.
Man, screw that. We're going to call it the Tongan massage. So if you never felt a Tongan massage, everybody heard of the Thai massage, Asian massage, and we're from the Polynesians. We're going to give y'all a Tongan massage out there at the 775. It's a new thing now, ladies and gentlemen. It's a new thing, man. Shout her out. What's her name?
Jasmine Lafu.
Damn, that rings. Man, you see how good that sound, man? Jasmine who? Malafu. Jasmine Malafu is gonna palafu your kua. That's tight though. The Tongan massage,
Exactly.
Hey, but since we're still on the topic of sports, bro, I do have one more and close it out. Jey Uso, Rikishi was on his podcast talking about his son. The Continental belt
and a world heavyweight belt that he just lost.
He only had it for like what 7, 8, 9 months allegedly.
For like less than like 2 months, bro.
Okay, what? Yeah.
April. He wanted it in April, so that's how long he had. He lost it last week on a Raw.
And all the work, and then like he filled the whole stadium, and everybody's all about that. Yeet, you shoot. And the Usos lost the belt, man. What's up with that, fam? Who is that dude? I forgot his name, but he was because obviously Vince McMahon is not the majority shareholder, so it's some other dude. Other dude. It's not even Triple H. Triple H is just managing it, but it's somebody else that's actually running the show. Who?
Triple H is the content creator for
but he got handcuffed on it. That's the thing. Is what I'm trying to tell you. It's
Oh,
actually it's a different company. All the WWE fans, they know what's up. They'll let you know what it is. Put us on game. But I'm just trying to represent and also speak for the Usos. You know, the tribal chiefs. And by the way, the Usos and the tribal chief and the bloodline. You guys are now tuning in to the real. Yes. Why, Us? For real though, man. But check it out, y'all. Check it out, man, because it is entertaining. I hope they do justice for it, because Rakishi being a father, the sweat, blood, and tears for generations. They even covered and even talked about when the COVID hit, Roman Range and all the Uso, the bloodlines, the one that kept WWE to flow, and they screwed them up like that. Even like the whole Roman Reigns thing about like, oh, he's getting paid too much. They're trying to downsize and all that, yada yada yada. All I gotta say to the bloodline family, it would help if y'all was to invest some of that stuff, the money that comes with it. Don't put all your ducks in just one thing, you know. And I'm not saying that to be a hater. I'm just saying from understanding that us Polynesians needs to know when we make some money that we never made before, invest it. Where can you invest, Bloodline? Especially Rakishi, if you're tuning in. Some money that Jay Uso got. Tune in to the Wild Ooze. We got Jay Bid. Can invest your money into ETFs and all the Bitcoins and all the stuff right there, because it'll take you a long way. Or Savannah, you know what I'm saying, for some life insurance. That's all I'm saying, cuz. Our Polynesian needs to wake the fuck up and start learning how to invest. Buy properties. All that money y'all made. That's all I'm saying, cuz.
True that.
I get it. I get it. This family has been okay. Rakishi is. I feel his pain, the blood, sweat, and tear that this family put in for WWE. I'm just saying. Okay, why didn't your family invest? I don't know if they're investing. I'm just saying. Buy it like a share, like a majority share of it. They the Usos family has been in there for so long. Why didn't they have any of that their money stashed on the side to have part ownership? Because remember the Rock on the Young Rock, his grandma and Chief Peter Vaimia, they're they were the original that did all that whole managing. Why didn't Dwayne Johnson and Rakishi and all of them who started making money think that ahead CEO mindset? Buy shares. There was like some
his own money though.
huh?
The Rock went off and did his own thing and blew up himself.
Yeah.
He's like
So
a celebrity.
Yeah. And he's doing something right. You never hear The Rock like when it comes to ownership, right? You never hear Dwayne Johnson like have an enemy of like the higher ups who's making that real money to make these deals. Why didn't the rest? All I'm saying is, why didn't the rest of the Simon family that are involved in the WWE entertainment do something like that too? But until we become rich and famous like they do, who are we to talk about it? But hey, we're just here to well, of course, Kenny Mofano is just saying what he's saying,
Yeah. Just like I said, everybody got their opinion.
Yeah, but yeah, that's all we got right now, ladies and gentlemen. We'd like to thank you for tuning in. Help us subscribe if you haven't subscribed to our channel. Help us reach that, man. If you like what you hear, if you don't like what you hear, we still thank you for tuning in, though, for real. I'm Kenny Mofanu, and this is my cousin.
Lost the boss.
Man, and we out, family. So,
Tales of the hustle, dreams come alive.
There you go.
Building the future, watch them strive. Why use? Why use? Tune in and vibe the drive. Why use? Why use? Tune in and vibe the drive.
Hey, Oos, before you go, I want to get a good picture for our yeah. Like just count like 3 seconds, That should be good. That should be good enough right there.
All right.
I've been trying to do it where I don't have the mic on me and stuff. Cause
Oh, the Michael's in the way.
yeah,